Hey everybody, it's Rose. I have struggled with chronic anxiety that then also causes depression probably my entire life. Growing up, I actually used to be so worried about if we were going the right way, if we took a route home or a route to, school or anywhere that I knew how to get to relatively in my mind. If we took a different path than we normally took, I would immediately get so anxious that we were going to get lost. There have been days that my anxiety make it so I don't want to leave the house, that I don't want to make phone calls, I can't answer text messages. So sometimes I completely ghost people just because I'm really anxious, and sometimes it takes me a long time to get back to people. And because I can get so anxious, it can cause me to become really depressed and not want to do anything. I think it's really hard to separate the challenges I have to face as a Hispanic transgender woman compared to just my own chronic anxiety and depression, because so often I am just hyper anxious all the time because I am trans and I am in a world that doesn't accept me, or maybe just wasn't made for me, or that's constantly telling me that I don't deserve to exist or have the same rights as everyone else. And so that can cause a lifetime of anxiety, depression, insecurity. And so sometimes it's really hard to separate or boil down if there's a root cause to what I am feeling, because sometimes I can resolve the issue just simply by doing something, or doing some mind working, or working on my confidence, or working on unpackaging all of the expectations of society. And other times it's simply a chemical imbalance that has no reason whatsoever behind it. And as a transgender person, I also really struggle with gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia, which are two separate things. So gender dysphoria is the disconnection, dissatisfaction, discomfort with my body and as it relates to my gender, and as well as how society perceives me and my body and my gender, and how I am treated because of that. So for example, I have really broad shoulders and I have really large hands and feet for the average woman, especially for my body type. And so sometimes that can cause me insecurity or discomfort. But I've learned to love parts of my body that make me uniquely trans, because trans people are beautiful. And I have been transitioning for almost 7 years now. I've been on hormones, I've had multiple surgeries to affirm my body because I've loved my body enough to do so. But even after all of that, there are still moments where I feel dysphoric because I will forever be trans and I will never be cis. And society still tells me that I am, not woman enough, not good enough, or should live in fear and shame. But I choose to reclaim my space, reclaim my beauty. I constantly tell myself positive affirmations that I am beautiful, I am enough, I am worthy. I feel like now my dysphoria has morphed into dysmorphia, because sometimes when I look in the mirror, I know that I'm beautiful and I know that I have, affirmed my body in so many ways, but my dysmorphia and my dysphoria, kind of combine together, and I don't see myself as beautiful. I don't see myself as feminine, even though I objectively am. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I still see a man looking back at me, even though I do have cis assuming privilege, and I often, fit into those conventional beauty standards that our society has, but sometimes I still don't believe it, even if I know it. Sometimes when I'm feeling really dysphoric, it can be really hard to leave my bed or leave my room or, face anyone. And so typically doing my makeup and doing my hair helps me feel better. But if that doesn't work, I try to tell myself affirmations. And when that doesn't work, I try to distract myself. Sometimes when my mental health is suffering, I will simply leave the location that I was in while I was feeling down. Sometimes being grounded in my body and choosing to move physical spaces can help put me in a different mindset, especially if I try to become more present and grounded in the moment. And I ask myself, where am I? What am I experiencing right now? Literally stop and smell the roses. I love going on walks. Walks can be really beneficial because I am moving to a different space. And so it helps my mind kind of, mirror that and move into a different space of contentment or acceptance or positivity or, anything else. Sometimes when I'm feeling really down, I just need a distraction, and watching my favorite movie or making my favorite meal or talking to a good friend or dancing alone in my room to some good music can help change my mood. There are many times, though, that no matter what I do, I can simply not shake the feeling of anxiety, depression, or dysphoria. And so sometimes it takes talking to a professional. I am a huge fan of therapy. I have been going ever since high school, off and on. I've had many therapists throughout the years, and some have been great, some have been a little bit not so great, but I am still a huge advocate for therapy because it has helped me so much. Professionals have helped teach me coping mechanisms. I always appreciate someone who can keep me in check and hold me accountable to making sure that I am not, gaslighting myself, and that I am, being healthy and talking to myself in a positive way and doing everything I can to be the best person and best version of me that I can be. Life can be challenging. We all have something that we have to go through, but you don't have to go through it alone. You are loved, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you are worthy, and you are valid. I believe in you, and you've got this. I'm sending you so much love and all of the good vibes.